is nothing mysterious about the foundations of a healthy and strong democracy. The basic things expected by our people are simple. They are equality of opportunity for youth and for others, jobs for those who can work, security for those who need it, the enjoyment of the fruits of scientific progress in a wider and constantly rising standard of living. These are the simple, the basic things that
Good evening and welcome to the 52nd certificate ceremony for Massanutten Technical Center. My name is Kevin Hutton and I am the director of MTC. We are so happy that you could be with us this evening, and after another great year, it is a privilege to be able to recognize all of our students tonight for all of their accomplishments. At this time, I ask for each of you to please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand if you are able. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. Tonight, we will be awarding certificates to the completion of 379 high school students, as well as 21 practical nursing students. Yes, you did the math correctly. That is 400 graduates tonight for MTC. These figures are the highest numbers in the history of our school. Please join me in congratulating all of these high school and adult students. MTC prides itself in providing outstanding training to our future workforce of our community. As you look in your program tonight, you will see that many of our students have earned a credential, and many of our students participated in dual enrollment opportunities, especially at Blue Ridge Community College. In your program, these students are designated that have earned certificates and other accomplishments at MTC. This year, I'm also very pleased to announce that we have awarded 38 scholarships totaling over $52,190. These scholarships and the recipients are also acknowledged in your program. We are also expecting these scholarship numbers to increase after our national competitions this summer. At MTC, we encourage our students to be involved. This involvement can be through our student co-curricular organizations, such as Skills USA and FFA. In Skills USA, our students competed in a competition in April at Virginia Beach against other high schools and technical centers across the state. At this time, I would like to recognize our students who are eligible to compete at the National Skills USA Conference in Atlanta this coming June. Students, please rise and stand as I call your name. Some of our winners are finishing up their first year of the program and may not be here tonight, but we still want to recognize all of our winners. Action Skills, Aaron Mineta. Building Management, Lance Biddle. Career Pathways Human Services, Grace Bush, Julia Haviland, and Grace Sharp. Customer Service, George Burrell. Cybersecurity, Lincoln Madison and Muhammad Najib. Also in cybersecurity, Oscar Wang, who is a postgraduate. In aesthetics, Mackenzie Dooms and Lillian Campbell. Job skill, demonstration A, Bryden Kite. And job skill, demonstration open, Jackson Barnett. And also special recognition to Lee Smith. Lee, where are you? Lee Smith, our diesel technology instructor, was recognized as the 2023-24 Virginia Advisor of the Year at the Virginia Skills USA Conference in April. Congratulations, Lee. As a school, I'm also excited to announce that MTC was awarded the Medallion 3 winner for the second year in a row. This award is given to the highest medal winner of a technical center with 11 or more programs. Our FFA chapter has also been very successful through our Architectural Production Technology program. We would like to recognize the following students that earned first, second, or third place in their competitions. Please rise and remain standing as I call your name. High Team Virginia FFA Livestock Judging Contest 2023 State Convention. Sarah Cron, Melania Ritchie, Carrie Miller, and Brooke Knott. National FFA Livestock Judging Contest, 3rd overall team gold rating. Sarah Cron, Melania Ritchie, Carrie Miller, and Brooke Knott. 2024 State FFA Meets Contest, first place team going to the national contest. Grayson Long, Melania Ritchie, Sarah Cron, Carrie Miller, and Haley Berry. Our horse judging competitions. For the Virginia State Fair Hippology, Carrie Miller, first place. Carrie will also remain standing for the Virginia Equismarts Hippology, again, first place. For the Virginia Beef Challenge, first place team, Bridget Redifer, Grayson Long, and Sarah Cron. For the Rockingham Federation Senior Prepared Public Speaking, Sarah Cron, first place. Again, for the Blue Ridge Area Senior Prepared Public Speaking, Sarah Cron, first place. For the 2024 State FFA degree recipients, Grayson Long, Carrie Miller, and Adam Thomas. And for your 2024 State FFA Poultry Proficiency Award winner, Sarah Cron. As you can see, we win a couple awards. Please join me in giving these students a big round of applause. There are several individuals that I would like to recognize this afternoon. MTC is very fortunate to have a tremendous support from our executive board. This board consists of the Harrisonburg City School Board, the Rockingham County School Board, as well as Dr. Larry Shiflett, the county superintendent, and Dr. Michael Richards, the city superintendent. I'd like to thank Dr. Shiflett, the superintendent of Rockingham County, and Dr. Michael Richards, the superintendent of Harrisonburg City Public Schools. Thank you very much. We also work very closely with our local government officials, our community leaders, and our businesses. There are two very special thanks that I would like to give this afternoon. First is Carrie Gray. She is the CT Director of the Rockingham County Schools, and Mr. Jeremy Everidge, the CT Director of Harrisonburg City. At this time, all of these individuals that I just recognized, please stand to be acknowledged. Our parents are also very critical to the success of MTC. Thank each and every one of you all in here for your continued support and for giving your child the best possible education. We really hope that you see the benefit of your student attending a program at Massanutten Technical Center. Obviously, the most important people tonight are our staff. We cannot do it without their dedication and the commitment. It has been an honor for this administration team to work with our teachers and all of our staff members. We pride ourselves at MTC as being part of a family that focuses on hard work, loyalty, and the dedication to our profession. The success and accolades of MTC is due to the determination of each and every one of them in the audience tonight. They work hard to make sure that your student achieves their goal, whether it is for the workforce or to pursue higher education. Would all of the teachers and staff members please rise at this time for Massanutten Technical Center, and let's give them a big round of applause. I'm excited to introduce our keynote speaker, Shanna Billheimer. Shanna Billheimer is the president of Trumbo Electric Incorporated. After several years of working at Brown, Edwards & Company, Shanna began working at Trumbo Electric in 2007 as a controller. In 2009, she moved to the role of operations manager, as well as onto the board of directors. In September of 2020, Shanna assumed the role of president. In addition to her roles at Trumbo, Shanna has served as president of the Association of General Contractors of the Shenandoah Valley, a board member of the American Subcontractor Association of the Shenandoah Valley, a member of the State Board of Directors for the Association of General Contractors of Virginia, a member of the Rockingham Educational Foundation, and is treasurer of the MTC Foundation. She's a member of the John C. Myers PTA and the Broadway Community Little League. Shanna earned her BA in Business Administration from Bridgewater College and her MBA from James Madison University. In her free time, Shanna spends time with her husband and 3 kids and enjoys watching them in their sports endeavors. Please help me welcome Ms. Shanna Billheimer.
Thank you, Mr. Hutton, for the introduction. It is my honor to share in the celebration of these amazing students tonight. When I was first asked if I would be the speaker for tonight's ceremony, my first thought was, wow, how cool is this? After I committed to it and gave it some more thought, however, I began to wonder, What did I have to offer to the class of 2024, and who really wanted to hear me speak tonight? I'll admit, once those thoughts processed, I did what I so often do when I don't know the answer to something. I turned to my trusty, reliable resource for guidance, Google, and researched what one usually said in a commencement speech. Unfortunately, the suggestions were all over the place, and in this instance, not a great help. So I thought about graduations I've attended. I've sat through many, my own included, and unfortunately couldn't recall exactly what I had heard through those ceremonies. This failure to recall wasn't the failure of the speaker, but undoubtedly the result of my excitement for the conclusion of the evening's events rather than those who were standing between the graduating class and the celebrations after. As my failure to recall anything from my own graduation sunk in, I found my task even more daunting. What could I say or share that wouldn't bore the audience, would be relevant to commemorate the occasion, and might possibly be something worth remembering? I could talk about how the faces looking back at me represented a bright future. I could talk about how excited everyone was for the accomplishments that each one of you had achieved. I could talk about how proud your loved ones were of you and how they can't believe that this day is already here. All of those things are true, but those are things that I'm sure that each of you already know and have already heard numerous times over the last few weeks. Unlike at a college graduation, where a speaker looks out into the faces of those graduating and sees untold amounts of debt and young people who may or may not find jobs within their fields, I see the keystones of our society. I see electricians, plumbers, carpenters, mechanics, cosmetologists, nurses, welders, computer technicians, mechanics, and many, many more incredible trades people represented. I see individuals who are talented at working not only with their hands, but with each other and in interacting with others. I see individuals who are most likely already employed providing services that are pivotal in keeping the world as we know it going. In 2023, over 17% of the population was at retirement age, as opposed to the year 2000 when it was only 12%. As those numbers of retirees have increased, experienced individuals in what we call the trades have decreased. This impact has left a workforce that is struggling to keep up with the demands of building houses, factories, industry, a workforce that is struggling to provide health care for the numbers of those in hospitals and retirement communities, a workforce that struggles to provide automation services for the 278 million plus vehicles in the US. The cost of those services in these industries growing exponentially. What is the solution for this? What will happen to ensure that our society continues to grow despite these hardships? To those who will be receiving certificates today, look around you. To those in attendance celebrating these young men and women, feast your eyes on this group. When I look over this sea of faces, I see the solution. I see an exceptional group of talented individuals who not only fill the needs facing our society, but a group who will redefine what the future looks like. How many of you were asked when you were growing up what you wanted to be? When you were in elementary school, I'm sure answers were probably something like marine biologist, veterinarian, teacher, soldier, baseball or football player, policeman, firefighter, or maybe even something like mommy or daddy. When you got to middle school and were asked the same question, your answers were probably slightly different, but were occupations that likely still maybe included teacher, lawyer, doctor, singer, farmer, and probably for some, still professional athlete. Your 7th grade year, many if not all of you probably attended the career fair that was held at some place like Rockingham County or Augusta Expo Land. It was filled with employers from all across Rockingham and Augusta County and covered a wide range of careers. When you got to high school, more and more people started asking you what you wanted to do or be after graduation. Many of your peers were still trying to figure this out and probably said college with no clear idea of what they wanted to be. While they were planning that path, each of you stepped out of your box, maybe even out of your comfort zone, and tested out a profession or occupation by attending MTC. Your interest in those classes may have stemmed from a love you developed in a class you took in middle school or high school. It may have been the result of a parent or family member encouraging you to try out MTC to develop a life skill that couldn't be taught in a high school classroom. You may have gone because a friend encouraged you to do so. Or you may have done it because you knew your guidance counselors and teachers knew that you needed to have some kind of plan, and that was how you checked the box for after graduation. Regardless of what got you in the door, you stayed once you got there. When you stepped into that classroom, you found a world that maybe you didn't know was waiting for you, and a profession that you grew to love. You will climb through the ranks of the trade that you're receiving a certificate in today to one day becoming the supervisors, directors, business owners, instructors, training the next generation of those joining in your ranks. What will it take for you to accomplish these things? Employers, teachers, and your parents will and already have likely offered you different pieces of advice to excel. Today, I'll offer you several tips that I think differentiates those who are successful within their jobs versus those who aren't. The first one may sound inconsequential or menial, but it's crucial. First and foremost, to be a success, show up. Don't just show up on the days you feel like it. Show up on the days when you would rather sleep in after getting in late from a concert or event the night before. Show up that first warm spring day when you would rather be fishing or sitting out in the sun. And when you show up early. If you're supposed to be there at 7, don't be there at 7:05. Don't slide in at the 11th hour. Be there early, 6:55 or a little bit before. Whether it's a work event, a date, or a family event, be there early. That first step is just that easy. The second one takes just a little bit more effort on your part, but still may sound trivial. The second step to show you care about your appearance. I'm not saying that you show up in fancy suits or dresses with every hair in place or makeup that looks like it was professionally done. I mean, you show up with your hair combed, your teeth brushed, and clean clothes that are wrinkle-free. In life, you get one chance to make a first impression on people you meet. You've heard the term dress for success. Well, these steps are doing just that. It doesn't matter if your work attire requires you to wear scrubs, coveralls, blue jeans, or a t-shirt, own them. Third, be present and show you're interested in learning new things. I won't stand here and tell you that every day of work will be a walk in the park, that it will be exciting and stimulating and leave you ready to come to work the next day, because that's not how life works. There will be days that are long and monotonous, days when you wonder if this is really what you want to do or be forever. Then there will be days that pass so quickly that you can't believe it's quitting time and you enjoyed every minute of it. To ensure that there are more great days than monotonous ones, find a mentor. Find a person who is interested in teaching you and absorb everything that they have to offer to you. Listen to what they share with you. Ask questions. The folks you are working with would much rather you ask a question than assume and do it wrong. Fourth, if there's a chance for overtime, take it. More hours don't only present the opportunity for increased learning and pay, it shows your supervisors that you're committed, willing to go above and beyond what is required, and that you're reliable and also dependable. Fifth, walk with a purpose. Don't just meander around your job with your shoulders slumped, not making eye contact with people. Walk with your head up, your shoulders back as you're heading to accomplish a goal. A person's body language projects a lot about them, and everyone around you can read it regardless of if you're in direct contact with them or not. I can usually get a read on a person's body language from 50 feet away and form an opinion as to whether they're engaged in their work and or what kind of mood they are in. Project confidence and purpose with your actions so that you don't leave any doubt about your interest or intent to those around you. Sixth, leave your cell phone in your car, your purse, your pocket, or your lunchbox. Limit it to break and lunch times for use. When you're on the clock, your focus is and should be the task at hand, not what's happening on X, Instagram, or Facebook. The seventh tip, never stop learning. Whether it is on-the-job training, employee-sponsored classes, night classes at MTC, or courses at Blue Ridge, pursue it. Last but not least, never be afraid to change your goals and your dreams. When I was in elementary school, after seeing the movie Free Willy, I decided I wanted to be a marine biologist and train orca whales and dolphins. This career choice stayed with me through elementary school and most of middle school. When I got to high school, I fell in love with all things that computers could do. For many of the students graduating today, it will be hard to believe, but at that time, few houses had computers. You've got mail and the dial-up sound were staples for those who were fortunate enough to have a computer. And we were excited to not only have a PC lab, but also to have a lab lab at our high school to use. Computers were a brand new gateway to the world, and I was excited to learn more about them. When I was accepted into college, I declared computer information systems as my major. However, my senior year of high school and searching for electives to fill my day, I decided to finish out the business courses offered at my high school and took accounting. It was during that time that I learned as much as I thought I loved computers, I love numbers even more. So much more that I switched my major from computers to business with a focus on accounting. During college, I worked for an accounting firm and decided that now my goal in life would be to become a CPA for a public accounting firm and one day own my own firm. After graduation, I got the job at the CPA firm. I worked hard to get my license, but while I was there performing audits for college clients and construction clients, I learned something else, something new about myself. I was now no longer sure that public accounting is where I saw myself being for the rest of my career, because during those audits, I realized that I loved the construction industry. I respected the people that worked among the trades. I was intrigued to learn how things were built and made, the tools and equipment used to do it, the costs associated with what it took to complete a project. At that time, my husband and I were living away and wanted to move back to the area when I learned that a local electrical contractor was looking for a controller. I was fortunate enough to apply and get the job. I was now back in the area, working in an industry that I really enjoyed and wanted to be a part of while still getting worked with numbers that I loved. Shortly after I started, I was approached with the opportunity to go to graduate school. While the thought of a full-time job and night classes for years was daunting, I decided to pursue it. Fast forward a few years and I added overseeing operations to my responsibilities in accounting. Fast forward several more and I was transitioning to the role of president in a field in our area that is predominantly male. If you had asked me in elementary school, middle school, or even college if this is where I thought I'd see myself today, I'd have laughed and told you you had it all wrong. The point to this long story is your path is just starting. It will be filled with twists and turns, detours, and newly constructed pathways. Enjoy every minute of it, learn from every setback, and take advantage of every opportunity. You truly hold the keys to your future. Take it out for a spin and see where it takes you. If you don't like the direction you're headed, pick a new destination and set your new course. I have absolutely no doubt that each and every one of you will accomplish great things. Just remember as you venture out to start your career, show up early, dress to do your part, move with a purpose, and be ready to learn, and you will be surprised where your trade will take you. Congratulations to each and every one of you, and thank you for your hard work and dedication to the trades and for the contribution each of you are making and will continue to make.
Thank you very much. Ms. Billheimer, thank you for being our keynote speaker. Thank you for that great message. It was a great story for our students to hear and to get ready for the future. We'd like to award you with an MTC shirt so you can wear it to all of your meetings with Trumbo.
I will too. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. At this time, I would like to call Ms. Sandy Rinker, our Supervisor of Adult Education, to the podium to say a few words about our outstanding practical nursing program.
Good evening. My name is Sandra Rinker, and I too welcome you to our special ceremony this evening. It is with pride and pleasure that I introduce to you the adult nursing graduates of Massanutten Technical Center. Thank you to the family and friends who are in attendance tonight. These graduates would not have made it without your love and support as they worked and went to school full-time to complete their nursing program. To our future nurses, this evening you celebrate a journey completed. 2 years ago, you started on a road trip that has led to success and fulfillment of goals. You have experienced lectures, PowerPoints, group projects, and getting up really, really early for clinical. The first skill you learned was hand washing, a simple skill that is now so important in all of our lives. You carried around books twice the size of encyclopedias, and you can now answer this question. Your patient has an order for a 1,000 milliliter bag of fluids to be infused over 8 hours. What is the correct drip rate for the bag of fluids? You can tell me the answer later. You learn the answer to this type of question because you have been prepared by the best instructors in the field. Their knowledge, expertise, and the love of the nursing profession has been passed on to you. Thank you, Dr. Carpenter, Ms. Jenkins, and Ms. Crow. During your time at MTC, you have learned many valuable lessons, not only about nursing, but about life. So my words of wisdom are simple. Always take pride in your profession. Never take shortcuts or compromise a person's care. Be a role model because someone is always watching. Be empathetic, kind, and caring. And remember Florence Nightingale's words. Don't forget to do the little things for a patient. And remember, as a nurse, you can make the difference in the lives of others. Congratulations. I wish you much success in your nursing career. We have Dr. Carpenter, instructor, Ms. Lisa Jenkins, instructor, and Ms. Mary Crow. Natalia Alcantara. Andrea Avala Ramirez. Lady Loreno. Taylor Branner. Brianna Calhoun. Mallory Davis. Linnea Fisher. Angela Faltz. Marilyn Gallardo. Nicole Garcia. Katie Harris. Amber Hoover. Kirsten Howdyshell. Lauren Kiesler. Alexa Knight. Mariana Rothgeb. Bailey Smith. Amber Strickler. Eva Tobin. Rosa Vargas Mercedes. John Wright. At this time, I'd like to invite Chris Dalton to the podium.
At this time, we will invite each student to the stage to accept their certificate of completion in their respective programs. Graduates and members of the audience, please remain seated and show proper respect as we recognize the students. We remind you to please hold your applause until after each program has been acknowledged. This form of mutual respect will ensure that all parents and families will hear their graduates' names. Agriculture Production, Instructor Eric Stogdale. Jordan Renee Allville. Hallie Marie Berry. Sarah Emma Cron. Michaela Fawn Horn. Grayson Lee Bong. Bridget Reese Redifer. Adam Blair Thomas. Grayson Charles Whitmore. Natalie Brooke Wisman. Architecture and Interior Design with Kim Capasso, instructor. Summer Elizabeth Adkins. Dina Basilio Laureano. Catherine Michelle Cooper. Jessica Faith Elliott. Kalur Mandrill Fields. Thank you for being a part of the MTC family. Denise Abigail Henriquez Diaz. Esther Catherine Kirachun. Tiana Raisa Kiriluk. Sulamita Alexandra Lagoda. Jose Eduardo Lainez Osorto. Ryan Damon Lamb. Haley Grace Lucas. Kenley Ryan Miller. Cindy Gabriela Sanchez Ayala. Jonathan Richard Sanchez Garcia. Philip Frazier Simpson. Camden Nathaniel Teeter. Morgan Lily Widener. Luba Alexandro Seychenko. Auto Technology with Terry Taylor, instructor. James David Bailey. Josue Emmanuel Barrera Sosa. Stephen Adams Bodkin. Kendall Clay Garrison. Chase Allen Gumieni. Jonathan Davis Harding. Leonardo Hernandez Balderas. Carlos Leonardo Hernandez Zelaya. Whitney Lynn Nicely. Alex Lee Lamb. Jesse Martinez Hernandez. Damian Trayvon McDowney. David Rogelio Pacheco Flores. Yair Bruce Prieto Copiano. Hunter Franklin Riggleman. Chayton Allen Stroop. Alex Antonio Tlaxcala. Gabriel Aiden Westfall. Auto Technology, former instructor, Mr. Jason Miller. Caleb Hunter Albright. Spencer Adams Bodkin. Kenny Gabriel Bravo Lemus. Liam David Chester. Ethan Patrick Clem. Aiden Miguel Karalevitz. Luka Mikhailovich Kikol. Daniel Michael Kirilluk. Connor Ryan Lamb. Tucker David Meadows. Angel Sanchez Rojas. Zane Scott Seekford. Chase David Smith. Aviation Maintenance with instructor Mr. John Gertner. Thank you, sir. Hayden J. Fox. Quentin Xavier Guerrero. Jackson Rossi Harris. Calvin Scott Liskey. Todd Logan Rawding. Kevin Abraham Vasquez Rivera. Building Management with instructors Mr. Jerry Arbogast and Mr. David Scott. Thanks, guys. Lance Dylan Biddle. Brian Josue Castro Carranza. Jamie Glenn Click. Jashawn Jackson Reyna. Jonathan Michael Smith. Carpentry, Travis Knight, instructor. Lucas William Alt. Caleb Andrew Basinger. Logan Thomas Butler. Holden James Conley. Luis Enrique Cortez. Morgan Marie Crawford. Gavin Wade Deal. Zachary Dalton Hoover. Christopher Ibarra Valeriano. Kai Oregon Neil Johnston Yellen. Cassidy Nicole Lamb. Thomas Aaron Lilly. Bryson Ray Loki. Joshua Ray Martinez. Priyan Nayamumpa. Moises Rosales Toledo. Isaac Schwitt. Brianna Rose Shiflett. Collision Repair with instructor Mr. Eric McDorman and assistant Mr. Richard Bowen. Ty Aiden Caldwell. Jose Angel Castro Franco. Daniel Eli Alexander Cofield. Christopher Dewey Dolphemeyer. Nathaniel Malachi Doty. Colin Ray Ryan Earls. Maddox Lee Emmett. Eric Scott Falls. Tanner Ryan Nelson. William Wayne Nelson. Giovanni Santiago Privado. Nathan Robert Schultz. Robert James Schenk. Angel Neve Wright. Cosmetology with instructors Ashley Armstrong and Heidi Wheeler and instructional assistant Danielle Olimsky. Savannah Elizabeth Loretta Adkins. Giselle Nazelli Almendarez. Grace Elizabeth Bush. Lindsay Andrea Carmona Orellana. Liz Marie Colazzo Franjul. Julia Lee Haviland. Louisa Angelina Morris. Danielle Natalie Neal. Melissa Nunez Herrera. Alejandra Maria Paz. Alondra Rivera Quinones. Zanaya Lene Richardson. Brianna Nicole Rodriguez. Celine Anna Rose. Grace Rebecca Sharp. Catherine Lynn Scafflin. Callie Ann Smith. Olivia Whitney Strickler. Sky Woolery. Cadence Nicole Wright. Criminal Justice with instructor Brandon Plogger and Rebecca Ulrich. Naomi Maria Alarcon Rodriguez. Natalia Allman. Tanner Dwayne Breeden. Benjamin David Burrell. Hayden Dean Campbell. Axel Justin Chavez Mendez. Brian Jesus Erazo Palanco. Brianna Jolie Garcia. Jillian Alyssa Harlow. Eric Walter Heringa. Andrea Lizette Hernandez. Maddie Bell Hopkins. Solomon Kasimbo. Skylar Alea Knight. Esperanza Leticia Lopez. Adrian Josue Martinez. Cheyenne Marie Mitchell. Daniel Jacob Oscar. Dariana Atzari Padilla Luna. Alicia Palacios Vasquez. Anthony Paulson. Colton Scott Plogger. Eliana Turaidi Rodriguez Perez. Havana Renee Smallwood. Brady Garner Turner. Emma Leigh Wanger. Culinary Arts, Chef Tara Roberts, instructor. And Tammy Stoudemire, assistant. Eli Morgan Bowman. Oswaldo Guzman Ferregrino. Saif Salah Imran. Brandon Adam McCahan. Caden Wiley Morris. Bryce Daniel Newman. Elijah Sky Pennington. Yolexi Marie Rivera Serrano. Paola Valeria Roca Salva. Brandy Lynn Sacra. Kimberly Renee Schmidt. Alyssa Marie Spillman. Griselle Valdez. Cybersecurity Systems Technology, Mr. Shandor Tapaye, instructor. Did I get that right? Okay, sorry. Yeshua Fernando Arevalo Cruz. Michael Andrew Benner. Carter Monroe Bentley. Jack Sullivan Breeden. Maximino Josue Canas. Alex Wayne Klein. Jonas Quinn Liam French. Kaylee Marie Lawrence. Marco Alejandro Lemus Leon. David Lopez Bautista. Lincoln Edward Madison. Benjamin Patrick Monger. Mohammed Momin Najib. Aiden Paul Ringwald. Braden David Rogers. Joshua Rosas Artega. Christopher Daniel Sanders. Eric O'Neill Santiago Gonzalez. Ephraim Monroe Scaflin. Nathaniel Thomas Smallwood. Troy Alexander Smith. Emily Kate Suslov. Eskadar Nebret Tesfaye. Alex Urbina Jimenez. William Bruce Violet. Dental Careers, Peggy Croy and Sonia Stroop, instructors. Madeline Azad Ayadi. Kaylin Ann Breeden. Jennifer Elizabeth Carranzo Ochoa. Isabel Naomi Cubbage. Addison Faith Dean. Adriana Jeanette Lou DeLauder. Madison Paige Grog. Kiana Sarai Hernandez Gifaro. Vinwar Haval Jaff. Alexis Jade Kissling. Ariana Jalise Knight. Haley Brooke Kiger. Layla Ray Lamb. Charlotte Eileen Lawrence. Yesenia Lopez Hernandez. Zulidiana Loya Menjavar. Liana Mahmoudi. Heidi Meradiago Reyes. Ryan Avery Plogger. Alexa Posada Martinez. Gabriela Ramos Casiga. Mariah Jade Robbins. Reagan Kennedy Sharoom. Riley Norell Turney. Madison Rose Umbel. Jayla Lynn Wetzel. Sonia Cecilia Yanez Oriana. Diesel Technology with instructor Lee Smith and instructional assistant William Rodriguez Casillas. Jackson Thomas Barnett. Luis Manuel Baruman Gonzalez. George David Burrell. Jaden Lee Coakley. Gavin Owen Floyd. Seth Monroe Henry. Christian Scott Joyner. Jackson Cole Keppel. Bryden Carter Kite. Toby Keith Lambert. Caleb William Mitchell. Noah Elias Mumbert. Carter Hampton Nicely. Anthony Ortega Rivera. James Edgardo Rios. Corbin William Ritchie. Brandon Marley Russell. Nahom Gabru Sige. Jonathan Joel Vasquez. Jameson Michael Weaver. Electricity with instructor Mr. Gordon Shantz. Gail Enrique Bautista. Maya Jasmine Campbell. Belinda Nahir Campos. Kibler Stephen Carranza Mahia. Renee Alberto Claros Ortega. Thomas Oliver Dean. Bryce Andrew Fellenstein. Robert Isaac Holloway. Samuel Alex Katikin. Aiden Scott Koneski. Aaron O'Keefe McAfee. Christian Michael Nicholson. Eric David Rodriguez Mendoza. Isai Rodriguez Mendoza. Javier Sanchez Sanchez. Zane Allen Shepard. Joshua Gabriel Sosa. Brian Aiden Sosa Rauda. Roger Arturo Vasquez Acosta. Jorge Valeda Olguin. Emergency Medical Technician, Instructor Miss Laura Clark. Rihanna Marie Crawford. Leah Joe Folk. Andrew David Showalter. Megan Alyssa Smith. Noah William Smith. Firefighter 1 and Firefighter 2 with instructor Miss Laura Clark. Rihanna Marie Crawford. Sierra Marie Flowers. Hayden Todd Glendy. Clay Parker Geyer. Gabriel Brandon Hensley. Stephen Michael Huffman. Allison May Miller. Eric Santiago. Benjamin James Seifert. Gabriel Scott Sherman. Abby Lee Short. Andrew David Showalter. Noah William Smith. Cassandra Nicole Vargas. Health Careers with instructors Christine Pearson and Rebecca Lindsay. Sarah Waleed Abdul Karim. Wendy Alberto Albaran. Roberto Jose Aoman Pineda. Emily Ann Campbell. Iris Heidi Canuto Celestino. Trinity Elizabeth Davis. Benjamin Alexander Emerson. Molly Page Grief. Lillian Elise Hickerson. Zoe Brooklyn Marie Hoover. Avery Catherine McCoy. Bridget Rain Miller. Grace Erilyn Music. Leliana Nicole Myers. Katie Lynn Pence. Alida Rosales Toledo. Valerie Giselle Ruiz Oriana. Carson Olivia Sager. Grace Lee Shiflett. Carolina Giselle Vega Marmalejos. Heating and Air Conditioning with instructor Mr. Paul Goulart. Matthew William Cox. Nathaniel Lee Hoover. Eli Ray Lamb. Tegan Shane Mitchell. Trenton Joseph Moon Brown. Elijah Nicholas Moreno. Taylor Michael Morgan. Derek Wade Parkinson. Gethsemane Pineda Alves. Dylan Kai Shiflett. Caden Ray Sprinkle. Logan Wayne Thompson. Brennan Cole Weaver. Veterinary Sciences with instructors Lori Dameron and Tiffany Estep. Sadie Renee Kaplinger. Rebecca Ann Collins. Alicia Marie Gingrich. Nolan Augustus Cole Henry. Amaya Eliana Hernandez. Camden Ray Kilby. Annabeth Elise Kugler. Tori Faith Lawson. Isabella Natalia Medina Strawbridge. Carrie Yvonne Miller. Zaina Reese Morris Dean. Katie Elizabeth Payne. Amy Alexandra Pisano. Hallie Jasmine Ray. Malena Lynn Ritchie. Emily Michelle Rivas. Mia Lynn Rodemer. Peter Jude Rudman. Yasmari Santiago. Elizabeth Jane Smith. Lena Laskin Tahir. Samantha Nicole Wetzel. Aileen Zalea Martinez. Visual effects and 3D animation with Miss Tabitha Daniel, instructor. Hayden Andrew Balger. Giovanni Benito Gutierrez. Evie Elizabeth Brown. Logan Scott Campbell. Jonathan Alexander Escobar Prado. Aubrey Lynn Gaynor. Nehemiah Lee Gum Thomas. Skylar Madison Elizabeth Hall. Haley Rihanna Hernandez. Angel Eduardo Martinez Villa. James Coleman McCormick. Bryce Matthew McDonaldson. Yareth Mendoza. Kennedy Elisa Nelson. Colden Matthew Savarance. Kishawn Ohaji Scott. Welding with Mr. John Stover, instructor. Jaden Comer. Julia I. Owen Van Leer Kirikoff. Austin Blake Eugene McDonald. Gunnar Payne. Ryan Thomas Payne. Jed Dwayne Simmons. Caden Isaac Warner. Nathaniel Gage Wilkins.
Congratulations to all those we have recognized tonight. You have accomplished a great deal during your time at Massanutten Technical Center. You have left your mark on MTC, and you will continue to leave your mark on your community for many years to come. We are proud of your spirit, we are proud of your hard work, and we are proud of your success. You are now a graduate of MTC. Your future is very bright because of the training, the support that you have received, and we wish you all the very best. Again, parents, family, friends, and staff, please join me in applauding the class of 2024. This concludes our 52nd certificate ceremony. Students, you will exit to the floor proceeding to your right by the stage and using the stairs to return to the plaza level. Family, you can join your student at the plaza level. Thank you so much. Good night.